Point number 8 says that as per the existing Act, a representative of the Muslim organizations of the state is also to be a member of the Waqf Board. But however, this provision has been deleted, has been proposed to be deleted from in the new bill. So this provision needs to be restored back. Point number 9 talks about the representation of the members of parliament, MLAs, lawyers and mutawallis. And it says that there will be electoral colleges, so that one representative from each of these 4 categories is elected to be a member to each of the state Waqf Board. However, the bill does not talk about how this electoral college will be constituted, on what basis, and who will do so. So this is a lacuna that needs to be filled. Point number 10 is regarding the level of the chief executive officer in the state Waqf Board. As per existing law, there is no such level prescribed, and because of which the Waqf matters have been suffering. The Joint Parliamentary Committee said that the CEO of the state Waqf Board, and of course before that the Sachar Committee also had expressed its concern about this, the JPC said that the CEO of the state Waqf Board should be of the level of at least director to the state government. However, while framing the bill, the level has been lowered to the lowest level in the bureaucracy, and that is the under secretary level. This is not acceptable. The JPC must be honored in letter and spirit, and the level of the CEO of the state Waqf Board must be taken up to at least the director to the state government. Point number 11 is regarding the institution of Indian Waqf Service. The Sachar Committee had argued that the chief executive officer of the state should be of a very senior level in the state bureaucratic hierarchy, so that on day-to-day basis the interaction of the state Waqf Board should be able to be done at a fairly good and high and effective and influential level. But it is a mockery that as per the existing law there is no level prescribed for the CEO at all. So the Sachar Committee elsewhere in chapters other than Waqf has said that there are hardly any Muslims available in the bureaucracy. So therefore, and to be exact, at the senior bureaucratic level there are not more than 2.5% Muslims available. So therefore Sachar Committee had said that you start a new cadre, a new service, maybe it can be named as the Indian Waqf Service, on the pattern of other services like Indian Administrative Service, Indian Police Service, Indian Revenue Service, etc. The selection shall be done by the UPSC, and there should be certain ground rules, etc. The details have been given in the Sachar Committee report. And this recommendation squarely and very beautifully fits into the constitutional scheme. There is no problem in that, even from the angle of the form of government, that is unitary cum federal, that is our form of government in India. However, this recommendation has not been accepted by the government, and the government actually rejected this recommendation. The Zakat Foundation of India went a step forward, and under the Right to Information Act, using the intervention of the Central Information Commission, the Zakat Foundation of India inspected the particular file of the Ministry of Minority Affairs and found out that the matter has gone by default at the lowest level. One Deputy Secretary of the Ministry of Minority Affairs wrote a very ineffective, unconvincing note without arguing back the basis detailed basis which had been given by such a committee after a long discussion and research, etc., in its report while making this recommendation, and simply said that this matter is this particular recommendation is not feasible and we will not be able to accept it, should not be accepted. And above the Deputy Secretary, there has been no discussion, no investigation, no application of mind in this matter, and right up to the cabinet, there has been no discussion on this point. So therefore, this matter has gone totally by default at the lower bureaucratic level. At the political level, there has been no discussion, no consideration, no application of mind on this. So therefore, it is a very justified demand of the Muslim community of India that the government of India should reconsider and review this decision of theirs and should institute the Indian Waqf Service so that the Waqf boards are properly managed for all times to come. Now the next point is point number 12. That is where the Joint Parliamentary Committee has recommended very strongly that there should be appointed by the government a National Waqf Properties Board and a National Board for Promotion of Education among Muslims. Both these recommendations have been given a go-by in the bill. There is no mention of either of them. Point number 13. This deals with leasing of Waqf properties. As per the existing Act of 1995, a Waqf property can be leased for a period up to 3 years, and the leasing is done by the Waqf board, and there is no requirement of reporting any leasing to the government. The Waqf board's independence and autonomy has been maintained. However, because in this bill it has been mentioned that on the recommendations of the Sachar Committee and the JPC, that in case of educational institutions and hospitals, etc., medical facilities, to be started, to be established by a registered society or a registered trust, the lease period can go up to 30 years. So therefore, this new provision has been, although the Zakat Foundation and the people who have been thinking on these lines, we are not fully satisfied even with that provision, because whatever had been recommended by the Sachar Committee, by the JPC, has not been fully incorporated. At the same time, there is another new negative provision has been given in this Waqf bill, and it says that every lease has to be reported immediately, and every lease more than one for a period more than 1 year has to be reported immediately to the government. And for the next 45 days, government will be free to give its verdict, whether to approve it or to disapprove it or to suggest any changes, etc. This is not acceptable, because this is undue interference in the working, in the autonomous working, independent working of the Waqf board. If the bill would have said for a lease which for a period for more than 3 years the reporting is required, then also it would have been understandable. But then going back in history, something which is already existing, that also being taken away from the Waqf board, that is not understandable. That is neither recommended by the JPC nor by the Sachar Committee.